Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Working Trader, where we'll be doing daily analysis on the Euro USD, and hopefully maybe in the future a few more foreign currency pairs. But this is where I am documenting my process, where I am working on my consistency, following the same rules day in, day out, in order to make my trading decisions. So first off, we'll start by recapping the news as well as looking at the news coming up. So looking at the news, as we can see, yesterday we say that there wasn't any news on Monday. So Monday is usually a ranging day, so really there's not much movement usually. Price just moves in a range, pushes up, pushes down, but ultimately just stays in a range. So, and then looking at the week ahead, we say that the high impact news was coming in on Thursday, but it's tentative, so that means there is a high possibility that there may not be reports on these high impact news, which is the CPI, Consumer Price Index, due to the US government shutdown. So that's a possibility. So that means, other than that, we can see that today, Tuesday, there's no US news. Tomorrow, Wednesday, there's also no US news. So it could be very well possible that we won't have any high impact news events that will inject volatility, but rather the markets will just move as they would without the news. So that's how the news looks. And let's look at what we looked at yesterday and then moving on to today. So yesterday, so as we can see, we're internally on the daily, we are in a internal bearish trend. Okay, the trend is down, is bearish. This is on the internal of the daily, and this is a weak daily internal low. Okay, and this is the extreme, which is the high that led to the break of structure. Okay, and we can see that this demand zone was mitigated here, so it's no longer fresh. And then we have this demand zone which was created, which then led to the break of structure. So this is the decisional. It was tested on departure. Okay, it was tested on departure, but it is still fairly fresh or unmitigated because we do not have consolidation away. We do not have consolidation away here. So we can still consider this as one move. Okay, we can still consider this as one push down. Okay, now price is pushed down, consolidated away. Now price could be coming back to retest before it pushes back down, if it so wishes to do that, or price from where it is right now could just continue going down. So yesterday we were saying price from here could just continue to take out the this low, okay, the daily week low, to mitigate this daily demand, which is in the swing range. Okay, so if the daily swing trend is to continue, so the daily swing trend is bullish. All right, this is the low that led to the break of the swing structure. So this is the low that is absolutely has to hold if the daily swing structure is to continue bullish. Internally, we are bearish. So the expectation is the internal is bearish, so that we mitigate, or at least we get into this discount, extreme discount, and then price could then tend to now target the week daily swing high. But as things stand, we are bearish on the daily. The daily is bearish. So this could be a pause for price to then push up to mitigate this supply, and then after that, then price could then push down. Okay, so those are kind of the two main possibilities that we have. Okay, another one would price would just range and then maybe push up and then go down. You know, that's also another option. Price can do whatever it wants, but we are just anticipating maybe the high probability moves that would be beneficial for us to look for trades in. And then looking at the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, the 4 hour swing trend is the same as the 4 hour as the daily swing trend, as well as the 4 hour internal is the same as the daily internal range. That happens sometimes, and this is one of those times where pretty much the swing high is the same, and the internal swing, the internal high is the same, and the internal low is the same. But looking at the details, current price action, okay, we have this unmitigated supply zone. Okay, so as you can see, these nested zones in the daily, they have been mitigated. So we have this zone just created, push out, consolidation away, and then mitigation, and then expansion. And then same thing, we push down, consolidated away, came back to mitigate, and then push back down. So this is the only this one and the one at the very, very top. But currently, this is the supply where we could be looking at price reaching and possibly pushing back down. So as you can see, price pushed down, broke structure, and has since consolidated away and is still making its way back to the supply. As price was pushing down, we were hoping or expecting it to mitigate the daily demand zone. If that had happened, then we'd have more conviction that price has now possibly completed the pullback and would be swinging to go back up now, targeting the daily week high. However, price has not mitigated the daily demand. It doesn't have to, but it would have been a nice confirmation, so to speak. So currently, price did push up. Okay, we had a change of character on our medium time frame. We had a change of character, bullish. Okay, after the sweep of this low, change character, bullish, and price has been pushing up, and then we've had another demand area created here. This one didn't consolidate away, but price pushed up, came back in, and then created another demand zone, which consolidated away and then came back in. So this one without the consolidation away, when we look at the 1 hour, would not be high probability because there's no clear area to look at on the 1 hour. This is on our entry time frame. So our entry time frame, we're simply looking at POIs nested within the medium time frame. Okay. So this one mitigated, and then with this one with the push up, and then that's where we had a consolidation away, and then price came back, and then eventually it went. But this would have been the high probability one, okay, where we missed the trade, of course. But this would be the last pivot before the impulse, right? Before demand stepped in to push price high, okay? And because of that, we have price did push up, consolidated away, and then price did come in Monday morning. It was Sunday, market open, price did come back, mitigated, and then pushed up. That would have been a good 2-hour trade. Okay, since then price has been ranging. So as of today, there is not much really. There's not much to expect. We just have to wait. This is not demand because it hasn't done anything. Okay, it has not done anything. It has not caused any break of structure. So on the daily, this is supply, which we are waiting for, and waiting for that to mitigate and price to push down. Other than that, price right now is sort of in the middle of the range, so price could now start pushing down. Who knows? But right now we just have to wait. And then on the 4-hour, demand is still in control. Okay, so this demand is still in control because it hasn't been removed or eliminated. But also what you note is it has been tested twice. So at this point, the expectation would have deeper mitigation. Would have a deeper mitigation of the zone. And that is that. So the 1 hour, the zone that was tradable, rather, it's already been mitigated. Okay, so it's no longer fresh, so it's no longer high probability. And then we only have this one, which is at the bottom, but which is outside of the swing range. Okay, so I wouldn't be looking at trading from there. Okay. So right now on the 4-hour, there's nothing really. Just have to wait. And then on the 1 hour, this is our entry. So our entry right now, there's no entries per se. We have no entries per se. If we wanted to go I don't know whether I can say pro trend. Yes, we have been bullish, right? But this bullish push has only been to facilitate a pullback, right? A pullback. We have mitigated the supply range, right? From here to here, that's the supply range. So we have mitigated it, and this could be price now ready to push back down. So everything is bearish. Okay, so right now we just have to wait for this area to be eliminated, and then if that area is eliminated as well as this one, then we can then look for shorts from the newly created supply zones. Okay, so we'll be looking to go short at fresh supply zones and then look for nested 1 hour pure ice that are also fresh. Okay, then that's when we can set limit orders to go short. But that's the analysis and forecast for the day. So remember, trading is risky. Always manage your risk. This is for educational purposes. I'm working on my system to be consistent in my trading. So other than that, have a good week, or rather have a good day, and see you tomorrow, same time. Bye.